Good evening, everybody. Janet is first. Hey, Janet. Lakeisha's next. To Neil, good evening to you. Bernice Bassett is on. Barbara Dolores, hello. Christina Michelle is on. Hello. Brother Trey, good to see you. E. Joyce Paris is on with us every single Friday night. Camilla Godwin is on time. That's a great thing. I am doing well, Brother Trey. Ebony Tarbert, hello. Hope you are doing well. Felicia Chapman, good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Catherine Grant is on with us. Bernice, I am doing well. Good to see Dr. Priscilla Williams on. The Reverend Vonnemetra Jackson, hope you are feeling better. Mama Charlotte is on with us. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see George Vashon on. Crystal Creations is on with us. Sabrina Ware Wright, hello. Linda Kelly is always on with us from Reno, Nevada. Good to see Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval. Good to see Gene Coleman on. And Carolyn Scott. Glad to see Carolyn Scott. The Honorable Glenda Jones is on with us. And Angela, you almost forgot, but you did not forget. So because you almost forgot and you didn't forget, then you're good. Good to see. Wait a minute, I lost y'all. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me go back. No, you're good. Let's see. The Honorable Glenda Jones, I said, was on. Richard Dinkins is on. Good to see you. And Joya is on. They're sitting side by side having date night on Friday night, and they just allowed all of us to be a big part of that. Thank you for doing that. Good to see Julia Dinkins on with us. Good evening to you. Carolyn Jeffrey is on. Catherine, thank you very much. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Good to see Michelle and Mr. Bill. I hope that y'all are doing well. Lily Reddick is on with us. Always like seeing her. Always good to see Debbie Williams Walker. Debbie Williams Walker is on with us as well. Brother Alan Wright, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Let's get it going. Sister Barbara Foster is on with us as well. And Trish is asking us to pray for our brother Chat. Said he hurt his back. So let me just get this out the way now. So is Chat in Orlando and Trish is in Savannah? Did Chat hurt his back in Orlando, or did he hurt it in Savannah? And where is Chat right now? Is Chat and Trish in the same place? So that's the question today for the Howard family. Good to see Desiree Priest on as well. Monia from Ruin Thai Cuisine on Broughton Street. Go there, tell them that I sent you. Good to see Shauna Kennedy on with us as well. Jerry Watts is viewing in from St. Louis, Missouri. Jerry, I am actually here with my good friend, the mayor of St. Louis, Mayor Tashara Jones. Just saw her a few minutes ago, and so you have a great mayor there in St. Louis. St. Mary's AME Church, where the pastor is Reverend Lester Foster. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Good to see Jacqueline Jones White on with us. And Net is on. Good to see you, Net. Also, Jocelyn Rose, I think you owe me something, and I had not received it yet, so I'll leave that right there. Red Strawberries is on with us, reminding us always to juice. Juice. Go ahead and juice. Good to see Kia Paris on as well. Thank you for joining us. Delandria Burrell Smith, thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Trish says thank you, but Trish, you didn't answer the question. Where is Chad? Good to see Pastor Charles Dumas of the Townsley Chapel AME Church. They just had a great celebration for his anniversary of service to Townsley Chapel. I could not make it last week. You know where I was and you know what I was doing, but congratulations and happy anniversary to you. Gloria Smith is on with us. Oh, Trish says no. He's next to me. So he hurt his back, but he's next to you. So, chat, do you need our help? Did she hurt you? Are you in danger? Find a way to type in pineapples if you're in danger in some kind of way, if she's abusing you or some type of way, and so we can get you the help that you need. All right, chat. You don't have to go through abuse from her. Okay, so if there's a problem, chat, you can talk to me. You can talk to all of us, and we'll come and rescue you from that mean Trish. Okay, we will do that. Angela had their prom today at Riverview. I'm sorry, I could not make it. As you can see, I'm a little on location, but thank you so much for what you do for our friends out there at Riverview Nursing and Health and Rehabilitation Center. Thank you so much for that. Good to see Laura Renee is on with us as well. Always good to see her. Brother Gene Harley, good to see you, sir. Thank you. And Camila says, here we go again. Stacy's on from Chicago. Lynette is on. Good to see you. And chat says same spot. Now this is what we think chat is saying, because it may not be chat saying. It might be Trish saying it for chat. So we just have to use our discerning spirit for this. He says same spot. If I threw my back out and Trisha wasn't here, they would just have to bury me where I landed. That don't even sound right, chat. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask for a welfare check, because, if Trisha wasn't here, they would have had to bury me where I landed. All right. I'm going to have Savannah Police come out there and check on chat, make sure chat is all right. So, if you're in danger, help me. Good to see you, Resh Patel. And Yash and Tanvi. Hey, Yash and Tanvi. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad to have you on. And since I know you're watching now, I have to behave. Good to see Mary Go Wire. Good to see you as always. And of course, the creative force herself, Bernice Lohman. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. And of course, one of the most talented souls to ever grace our city, Spencer Ellis White III, my friend and brother. Good to see you. Thank you, Marion Jones, my cousin. Good to see you as well. I owe you a call, but I did call you, though. So I did call you. So I will be calling you. Let me see. We got Gwen Days is on with us. Good to see Lizanne Roberts taking a break and saying hello. Good to see you. Terica Tapley is on. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Dana on with us as well. Gwen Days is watching us. Ann Morris says good evening. Let me see. Wait. I see pineapples. So, okay, so Glenda is saying pineapples. Are you saying it for chat, or are you saying it for somebody who's with you? So I need to know that. Shirley, good to see you. Rhonda Reeves is on. Good evening to you. And well, it's good to see Michelle on as well. Thank you very much. Good to see our great director of our public transit system, Faye Damasio. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Tia is on with us. Thank you so much. Good to see you. And Terica says she loves us. We love you too. The safe word is pineapple. And so I saw it. Good to see the Honorable Cynthia Elaine Jenkins, the Mayor Pro Tem of the city of Noonan, Georgia, in Coweta County. Thank you for joining us, Mayor Pro Tem Jenkins. Hope you and the girls are well. Brandon Williams is on. Good to see Barbara Askew. Hey, hope you're doing good as well. Jimmy Michael is on from St. Thomas Missionary Baptist. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Let me see. And Sharon Lowe is on. Good evening to you. Alfonso Ribot. Good to see you, sir. Hola. Alexandria Nicole is on. Hello. Kalitha Turman is on. Good evening. And Angela says pineapple has different meaning in other circles. Keep it upright. I don't know what that means, so I'm just going to stay out of that. Okay. Kathy says blessings everyone, and we take that. Delandra Debham, good to see you. Alfonso is 65 years old, so we'll go ahead and give him some love. Happy 65th birthday, Alfonso. Hope you're doing well. Tawana Daly is on. Hello, good to see you. Barbara Pinckney has joined us. Good to see Snowy Polite as well. Yolanda Hen is on with us. Good to see Patricia West on as well. Good to see Pastor Charles P. Robertson Sr. of the Kingdom Life Christian Fellowship. And I need Pastor Robertson, send me that flyer for your event so I can go ahead and post it. And you know why I'm laughing. But I was glad to see you at City Council yesterday. All right. Okay, it's for a chat, but we know Trish takes excellent care. Gloria Wells is on. Paula Blackwell is on as well. Ernestine says hello, and good to see Bunny checking in from Mary's Place Lip Sync. Yes, today is the Mary Finding My Voice lip sync show for Mary's Place. I could not be there, but I do know that some of our city councilmen are there, and they just brought the house down, so I'm glad they're doing it for a good cause. Let me see. Ruby Walker is on. Trine Lindsay is on. And Ernestine, keep doing that schoolwork. Good to see Elise Bailey on. Rockin' Robin McDaniel Beck is on from Kansas City, Missouri. Good to see you. Jorsette has finally joined us. So I hope you are doing well. Pat Youngquist is on. Hello, hope you're doing well. Angela Kirkland is on. Mother Julia Carter is on. And y'all know we always give her love. So y'all get to it. Let's give her some love. She has joined us today. And all right. So it said Trish, the #1 guy. Good to see Marjorie Young. Yes, we have a busy week. Small Business Week is next week. And we're doing some big things this year, and it's the City of Savannah, and it's the State of Small Business, and it's our chamber, and it's the Black Chamber, and it's the Hispanic Chamber, and we're working together. So a lot of things going on with that as well. Lita, good to see you, Lita. Also, good to see Jermaine Reed. Now, I know where you're supposed to be, Jermaine Reed, but I can only imagine where you are. So I'll just leave that there. Maybe I'll see you later. Darnell Brooks is on from Nashville. Good to see you. Good to see Kenneth Bussey on with us also. Dana, I'll tell you in a minute. Good to see Latasha Jarrett on as well. Thank you, Trine. Angie, thank you. Good evening. Good to see Jennifer Davenport on. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining us. If, of course, you know what day it is, you know what time it is. It is time for Friday Night Live. In Savannah, it is Friday somewhere. And we are so appreciative of you being able to join us for another great edition of Friday Night Live, where we build community. So first of all, as you know, we'd like you to like the page. We want you to like the page. We want you to share the page. We're not selfish with our love. We do know some of y'all have not liked the page or have not followed the page. And again, they're telling me that I need to make sure that people are liking the page. And so I need you to like the page so that the social media people don't get upset with me. So could y'all go ahead, please, and like the page and share the page. I want you to do that. If you don't mind doing that, like the page and share the page. And go ahead and do that. So if you would be so kind, thank you so much, ma'ams and sirs. First thing we want you to do is, as you know, we're giving love to our girl Tara, so we want you to go ahead and run through it with me. You know what to do. 3 green apple star hearts, and then 1 red heart. That is a special Friday Night Live deal for Tara Strong. So you all know how we do it. So go ahead and do that now. Get that done. Oh wow, messed up. All right, so we got that. Go ahead and get your Tara Strong out. Thank you for doing that as well. And good to see. Let me see. I saw somebody come on. Audrina Patman is on with us. Thank you very much. As well. Margie Jefferson, thank you so much. Bishop Jacqueline Gilbert Grant has joined us. So we're always glad to have the bishop in the space. Thank you as well. We appreciate that. Everybody, let's keep Spencer White in our prayers. And we believe prayer works, and we know it does. So thank you very much. And Ms. Patman, thank you. Thank you, Patricia Johnson, as well. Thank you for liking and sharing. Good to see Larry Myers on with us. Hope you're doing well. Again, we're giving love to all of our folks, and let's get that done. Then also, as you know, we give love to our lupus warriors, and so that is a little different. As you know, for those who've been around for a while, you know we do a little something different for our lupus warriors. So that is 3 purple hearts and then a red heart, right? So that's what we do for that. So for those of you that are willing to help us do that, I gotta find my hearts. I'm remote, so it's kind of a little different. So I'm gonna find my little 3 purple hearts. 1, 2, 3, and my red heart, right? So we have to get those out, and then of course we are doing for our for multiple sclerosis. Again, I hope I spelled it right. And that is 3 orange hearts. So we'll get that done as well. Go ahead, let's get that done. That's orange, and a red. So get all those done. And it is Autism Awareness Month this month. And so somebody had a really good one that I wanted to use. And as soon as I find it, I'm going to steal it. There it is. I'm going to do this this time. So here it is. For Autism Awareness Month, we'll go ahead and push that one out, okay? So thank you so much. Appreciate that for all of you helping us to lift up those that are going through, those that are struggling, those that have ailments, but their ailments do not have them. Good to see our elder statesman, Cliff McCurry, on. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you, sir. Let me see. And I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of the stuff. Okay, there we are. All right, so we got everybody out. Look, Lahoma, thank you very much. And of course, Carolyn Jeffrey just tried to get it all in. Good to see Tina Ryan on with us. Thank you. Thank all of you for getting in and showing love. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is special Friday night. Oh, yeah. Why? Because today is week number 214. 214. Every single Friday night for the last 214 weeks. Every single Friday night for the last 1,498 days. Every single Friday night for the last 4 years and 1 month. Every single Friday night for the last 49 months. every single Friday night, we have been together. No matter where I've been, no matter where you've been, we have built community. In the longest relationship, situationship that we have ever seen. We are up in this thing together. We have built community that is now extended from all over the place. We have grown from just being during a pandemic when we were all locked in to now we have a community that expands all over the country and sometimes all over the world. I am so grateful to all of you for just being who you are and helping us to continue to be a community for those you can belong. You just got to be present. And so thank you so much for being present every single Friday night. Thank you for the ups and the down times, but we've done it all together. Larry Browder is on watching the draft. Good to see Margarita on with us. Thank you. You are very welcome. And then I got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about what you want to talk about as well. So if you have questions about what's happening in the greatest city on earth, let me know. Good to see Aunt Ollie on as well. Good to see Brandy Powers on. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. We appreciate that. And Pam is on asking for Pie in the Face fundraising challenge for Autism Awareness Month. The deadline is tonight at 11:59 p.m. So tell me why, Pam, that you wait till the last night. People money, you can't count people money like that. People know it's Friday. I done spent all my money, my bill money. I know, maybe if you get my favorite cousin Perry to ask, then maybe we might be able to do something. Maybe we might be able to support in some kind of way, but you know better than come last minute asking us for money. Now, it is a very, very good cause. The JP Jumpers, Pam is a leading advocate, not only in the state of Virginia, but across the country for autism awareness, and she has built a powerful nonprofit and lobbying arm to be engaged in those types of things. She's coming to me at the last minute. And everybody knows that Pam is my blood cousin, but everybody knows that our family likes Perry, her husband, more than we like Pam, our blood cousin. And if they ever get divorced, they know we're going to keep Perry in the divorce. We'll get rid of Pam. So if Perry wants me to do some donating, then I'll do that for my cousin, Perry. Patricia, mom is doing okay, I think. And Max seems to be doing well also. Kathy is present. And Brandy Powers is our first night. So let's welcome Brandy Powers to Friday Night Live. We are so glad you're with us, Brandy. Thank you. We appreciate that. Is there a link? Sean Alicia Lewis, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Natalie Tate on with us. Thank you very much. Terry Mobley has joined us. Good to see Terry as well. And y'all say y'all are here to stay, and I am glad about it. So a couple of things I want to talk about as we do that. And if you have any questions about what's happening in the world's greatest city, be glad to do that. Let me kind of recap the week. Very, very busy week. So right now I'm actually out of town, and I'm representing. So this is actually a shirt I did for Savannah State's homecoming, but it was also a campaign shirt as well, but just to represent the Savannah State as well. Good to see Jenny Parker on. Jenny Parker is a great public servant. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Pete Silver, Dr. Silver. I thought I saw you yesterday at council meeting, but then I turned around and you were gone. Good to see Joyce Wright on with us as well. So this week, right now, I was out of town. I met with Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg today, along with other mayors from across the country, really talking about transportation projects and talking about the Reconnecting Communities grant opportunities. The city of Savannah received about $2 million for planning. We're trying to remove that I-16 flyover Good to see Dr. Andrew Young. Good to see you, sir. And I saw you, twice this week, so that was a treat for me. But yeah, so I talked with the secretary. They've been giving money through President Biden's infrastructure law to help to reconnect communities. And so those of you that don't remember, in the 1960s, and some of you may not remember, because some of y'all may not have been here like me, but in the 1960s, somebody thought in the name of urban renewal that it would be a great idea to be able to build an interstate that would end right in the middle of downtown Savannah. And so they built this road. And many of you that are familiar with Savannah know there's about 156 miles from Macon to downtown Savannah. And in that, when it ends, the terminus of Savannah is right on Montgomery Street. And so at the time, the government literally destroyed what was known as West Broad Street. There was a station there. Good to see you, brother M.G. Steele. There was a station there called Union Station that looked a lot like Grand Central Station in New York. Good to see Andre Patterson. And there were houses there. Berrien Street ran straight across. And then all of a sudden, you now have, you've really gotten rid of acres and acres of property, people's homes, people's businesses, and you literally created a physical barrier that separated the north part of West Broad Street, now MLK Boulevard, from the north-south side of West Broad Street, MLK Boulevard. And that physical barrier really became an actual barrier because how even we treated the north side of MLK was different than how the south side was treated. And businesses that would be there, primarily black businesses that were there, and houses that were there, Frogtown and Currytown and those areas were literally destroyed because of this urban renewal. Now we know better, and we are righting a wrong. Good to see Loretta Allen on. Good to see Joan on. Good to see Rich Wimbush. Good to see you, sir. And so we have been able to partner with President Biden's administration, Secretary Buttigieg, who's been in Savannah several times, to help us to really figure out a way to be able to knock down this monstrosity, because it literally has split our community. And we want to be able to knock it down, reroute I-16 traffic, and be able to restore some of the land that have been taken away, reconnect some of those streets. Good to see Linda. I know I missed you today. I'm sorry. I was up here meeting with Secretary of Transportation, trying to get that money for our city. So I'm sorry that I missed you. As well, good to see Brenda Hayco on. And so Cynthia Smalls, good to see you. So that is what this reconnecting communities is about. And it was not just in Savannah. This was nationwide, that they were creating these types of scenarios, putting train tracks in the middle of communities, roads in the middle of communities, splitting up these communities. And of course, Bishop, you're right, it was intentional, because it wasn't the powers that made those decisions, it was not in their communities. And the folks who were affected did not have the power, the political or the economic wherewithal to stop it. So it happened. But things have changed. And we know better, and we're doing better. And so we have been working for several years with the Buttigieg Transportation Department, and certainly with President Biden, to be able to say, you know what? Let's move this thing, and let's go ahead and restore Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, formerly West Broad Street, and let us kind of restore not only the business space, but the housing space that was there, and to be able to reconnect those streets that were taken away. The fact of the matter is, for us, is that what we don't understand is that you can't solve a problem using the same thinking that got you into the problem in the first place. And so we know better, and we're going to do better. And so Pat West, Dr. West, is talking about the LePageville Cemetery. Natisha, thank you very much. Yeah, we're moving it. So this was an opportunity for me to be with the secretary, be with other mayors from across the country, and they asked me to be on this panel with him. And so, of course, I was going to be on this panel with him because I wanted to make sure, hey, Secretary Pete, it's us from Savannah again, and we want more of that money to be able to help to address this issue. And so, so that's why I'm here. And it was a good day, good opportunity, and you know, of course, we'll have to get back as soon as we can. But anyway, on Monday, well, was it Monday or Tuesday? We had the secretary. Well, we had the FEMA administrator here. The FEMA, it was Tuesday. The FEMA administrator and the special advisor to the President of the United States in Savannah, Ms. Criswell from FEMA. She's the administrator, the top person at FEMA, and Tom Perez, who's the special advisor to President Biden, came to town. Good to see you, Josie. They came to town because we were celebrating the fact that the city of Savannah got the largest BRIC grant, Building Resilient Infrastructure in Communities grant, for stormwater that had ever been given anywhere in the country. $30 million that the city of Savannah was awarded. And so the folks came down from D.C. themselves to be able to address flooding issues in Savannah, in the Springfield Canal, that primarily right now address the Carver Village and the Cloverdale communities. But the reality is, as we're able to build out and expand that canal, then areas like in Liberty City are helped, areas like Fowler Terrace are helped, areas like Collar Brownsville are helped, because we're allowing ways to be able to address issues of water flow. We know that when water has nowhere to go, it goes, if it doesn't go through, it goes up and out, and that's how people flood. And so if we're able to expand these canals, we're able to do that. So it's $2.7 million, I think, for planning, and then the remaining $27 million will be going towards actually doing the construction work. But this is transformational. Again, we have gotten more money from the federal government in the last 4 or 5 years than I think we've gotten in a long time. And this is really, hey, Brother Kareem McMichael, it is a huge testament that you not only have to have the relationships, you got to have the work done as well. Preparation plus opportunity makes success. So the fact is, we can have the relationships that create the opportunities, but if we're not able to be prepared with the engineering and the work that needs to be done, then it means nothing. And I will tell you that our building relationships on the state and federal level has certainly meant a lot to our city. We are moving on all cylinders right now, and we are excited about that as well. So we were really happy about that, and we were really particularly thankful to Senator Jon Ossoff, who was supposed to come to Savannah and was not able to do so. Senator Raphael Warnock for helping as well. Again, this is what it's all about. The next day, Wednesday, we went ahead and we celebrated some money that the West Broad Street YMCA got as a result of a request made by the county that the city of Savannah, I supported, and Senator Jon Ossoff's office with support with Senator Warnock's office was able to get us some major money for this legacy YMCA in our city. And so we celebrated that, and they're redoing the entire swimming pool out there. And so we're excited about that. Again, for us, we are a blessed community. For years, we have really laid the groundwork for building these relationships, and I am telling you that building these relationships work, and they are working. And the money is there to prove it. Brandy, we've been working on flooding on the east side. As a matter of fact, there are a couple of east side projects already going on that we're working on. So we're excited about that as well. So very, we know that it's not sexy. We know that it costs money. We have a low-lying community, and we know when it rains hard over a short period of time, a lot of rain is that we're going to flood. So for us, it's about moving that water, and you have to move that water by building out larger canals to help that water to be able to move. And so we're excited about that, and excited that we were able to make that happen. So to answer your question, Ms. Brandy, we're already on the east side. We have several projects already happening on the east side. The Springfield Canal is a little different because this is a canal, and this is really at the terminus of the canal. And so we know that there are issues related to that. So that's why we did the application, and we were successful. We plan to make more requests for funds, federal funds, to be able to address that. And y'all say that voting doesn't count. Of course voting counts. You have to have people that can help deliver. And so right now, I'm glad we have people that know who Savannah is, and they are helping us to be able to deliver. So thank you for that. Good to see Sadie Campbell on as well. Sadie Campbell is our senior saint. She is our senior Friday Night Liver. She is 99 years old, and she is on Friday Night Live, and we're always so happy whenever she's able to come on. And y'all know what y'all need to do. Go ahead and click on her thing as well. Let's go ahead and click on Mother Sadie Campbell. We are always happy to see you, Mother, and I hope that you are doing well, and I hope you're behaving yourself as well. So thank you as well. Yes, thank you, Erica. Hello, Jackie. Thank you. Wow, Miss Wilkins has joined us. It is good to see you, ma'am. I hope you're doing well. Long time no hear. We would love to hear from you, Miss Wilkins. Just let me hear from you. All right? Debbie Williams Walker, you know better than text me while I'm doing Friday Night Live. Nothing gets in the way of Friday Night Live. I don't check text messages in the middle of Friday Night Live. I am right now totally involved with Friday Night Live. So thank you, Shaka, as well. Thank you, Patricia, for reminding us that early voting starts on April the 29th. Y'all got to get out there and vote. We have some judicial races that are very, very important. And we know that you got to be careful about who you have prosecuting, and you have to be careful about who you have out there judging you. And there's some county commission races out there. I'm asking everybody on Friday Night Live, and you know better, to be able to get out there and make sure that your voice is heard and vote. Go ahead, do it early, get it out there, so you can get your vote in, and your vote counts. And I'm telling you, for people who say their vote don't count, well, the fact of the matter is, y'all gave me people I could work with, and the votes are counting. So I thank you so much for that. So I wanted to talk about that. And then we had City Council on yesterday, and let me go back. So on Wednesday, we celebrated our employees. It's Georgia Cities Week, and so we went in Forsyth Park, and we bought a whole lot of pizza and a whole lot of sodas, and we celebrated our employees. The fact that the city of Savannah is the greatest city on earth is because we have the greatest employees on earth. And the fact of the matter is we want to pay them well, but we also want to take the opportunity to appreciate them and say thank you. So it was a beautiful day in Daphne Park. We spent it with our employees, and I thank our employees. And do me a favor, for when you see a city employee anywhere, just tell them thank you. Sometimes people just want to be thanked for what you do on your job, right? I mean, you don't do it for the thank you, but we know that thank yous work, right? Good to see my Uncle Jay Javinci on. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. We need to catch up soon as well. And so early voting is April 29th to May 8th. Cheryl Mitchell has joined us. Thank you all so much. We make your vote count. And Brandy says we're the greatest mayor on earth. I thank you for that. I'm gonna give you love just because you said it, even if I'm not. I'm gonna try to be. And then Thursday we had our council meeting, and we passed the fairgrounds. Hey, Miss Reddick, good to see you. We passed the fairgrounds. We approved a development deal for the fairgrounds. It took a very long time to get done, but we wanted it to be right. I told you all that we were going to move stuff. We were going to make big decisions, and we're not sitting on stuff anymore. At some point, there is what's called the paralysis of analysis, that you just sat around thinking about something, and it never moves. And so we're moving on them. And so we are now moving on the fairgrounds. We have a development agreement. Hey, Miss Glover, good to see you, Keosha Glover. So now we are going to start moving forward in the phases of the fairgrounds. So very happy about that. A lot of affordable housing in there. I thank the council members. Everybody didn't vote for it, but most of the council members did. You can't say you want affordable housing and then vote against the things that create affordable housing, or not vote at all. But again, I'm not even worried about that. It passed, and it passed well. So we are moving forward with that, and I appreciate that. We're able to get that moving. So a lot of things happening. Next week is Small Business Week in Savannah. I have to run to the White House the beginning of the week. I'll be meeting with the White House and the HUD Secretary about homelessness and trying to get more money about homelessness. There is a case before the Supreme Court right now that we are watching. Rosalie, thank you. That would criminalize, that would say if you're out on your luck and you're on the street, that would be against the law for you to be on the streets and you're homeless. Well, where do you go if you don't have that? And so as far as I'm concerned, we're not doing that. I mean, we got lawyers too, but I am not criminalizing homelessness. I'm not going to kick somebody while they're down. It's strange that everybody who's making the decision about the well-being of people who are homeless, A, have never been homeless, and 2, all of them have a home in which to sleep. And so I'm not going to do that. Good to see you, Herbina. Thank you. I appreciate you. But we're not doing that. So, I mean, I hope they go the right way, but the City of Savannah Police Department will not be arresting somebody for being homeless. Now, if they're doing something illegal, then we'll address the illegal behavior. But for just being homeless on the streets, we're not doing that. I don't care who doesn't like it. If they look so unsightly, then help us be able to put them in places where they have good places to live. Let me tell you something. And the work that we've been able to do, our point in time count is done every time at the same time of the year. I think it was in February, where we were able to look at homelessness. We take a snapshot of homelessness. It's just a one-day look. In 1 year, this city, we have homelessness, the people who are on the street on that 1 day, 1 year later, was 22% down. 22% down in 1 year. In 1 year, we were able to cut down our homelessness count at a point in time count. Again, it is a measure of homelessness, but we were able to take it down in 1 year. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. In 1 year, 22% decrease in homelessness. And it's because, A, we care enough. Secondly, we're working together, and we're making sure that we're looking at, really making sure we take care of the person first. You have to have, in my mind, Pam, ain't nobody hearing all that. But you've got to be able to help first, and not put conditions, necessarily on the help. And I think that's been part of the problem. There's a story about a man that was going from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves. And they hit him on his head, they robbed him of his raiment, and they left him on the side of the road for dead. And the story goes that a priest walked by and saw that man on the side of the road, and he walked by on the other side. The story goes further. It says that a Levite or a politician of sorts came by and saw this beaten, bloody man on the side of the road, and he walked on the other side of the man. But the story says that a Samaritan came by and saw this man in this state, and he had pity on this man. He had pity on this man. He didn't ask him any questions. He didn't ask any qualifying questions. He helped the man. And so for us, we have to help first. I don't know what happened to you. I didn't know that you got beat up. I don't know how many people beat you up. I don't know, whether you had money in your pocket or out your pocket. I don't know whether you had a dog or a donkey or a horse with you. I don't need to know all of that. I don't know whether you're a single parent or if you're a single child or if you're an orphan. I don't need to know those things. I don't need to know what fraternity or sorority that you're in. I don't need to know how much education you have. I don't need to know these things. I know you need help. And so the story says that the man got help because somebody cared enough to give help. And so as far as this city is concerned, as long as I'm serving it, we're going to help. We're not going to be the good Samaritan that comes by and sees this man in this space, in this problem, and then we arrest him because he was loitering in a public space. That's not going to be us. Not going to be us. Not going to be us. And so we have great service providers, and we're working together, and we're moving together. We're receiving money, and we've been really excited about receiving the money. But I'm convinced that we're getting the money because we're doing the right thing. And I've always believed that if you do the right things for the right reasons, the money will come. And so maybe for some of you who are wondering about how you do it, just do the right thing. Pastor Roberson was on there earlier, and I mean, they just do stuff. When you do the right thing, you will find, I'm a witness that the Lord will put people in your way to help when you're doing the right thing. And so as a city, we want to be able to do the right thing. And so I am hoping and praying that the Supreme Court does the right thing. Because the fact of the matter is, our city is not going to be that city. We're just not going to do it. We're not going to lock people up because they're hard on their luck. Criminalizing somebody's pain. Criminalizing somebody's problem, criminalizing somebody's issue. That's not going to be us. It's not going to be us. So, I'm just saying. Y'all done got me all mad and everything. Also, what we did on Wednesday, meant to tell you, we also had our Welcome Home Conference, and I was very excited about that. Again, if you have any questions, anything you want to know about what's happening in the city of Savannah, you can go ahead and get in. You can get in, ask your question now. I have a couple of minutes, and we'll answer the question, any questions you have. So we had our Welcome Home Conference on Wednesday. And I was very happy about that. I started a task force in 2020 called ARCS, Advocates for Restorative Communities of Savannah. A young lady named Katina Wheeler leads that task force, along with Dr. Maxine, and we appreciate them, Maxine Bryant. And for us, this has really been a passion of mine, because people come home from jails and they come home from prisons, and the reality is they're shunned. So they serve two sentences. They serve their time with the man, and then they serve their time in their community. They go away for jail and they go away to prison, and then they come home, and then they find themselves in a different life. And my position has always been that if we're not putting people in a position to be successful, and again, this is an issue of equity, because see, some people, if your folks got money and your folks have resources, you come home, they got you a job, they got you a place to live. When folks come home from jails and prisons, they don't even have a driver's license. They have no ID, which means they literally don't exist. And so for us, they need to have a place to live. They need to be able to have some identity. They have to be able to have a job. They have to have clothes. Sometimes they need counseling to help them reconnect with their communities and reconcile with what they are dealing with. And so our Welcome Home Conference is taken from the concept. And I mean, when I thought about it in the concept of the prodigal son. And y'all remember that story. The man went away and he did everything he wanted to do, and then he tried to come back home. And really, the moral of the story for me was the reaction of his family when he came home. So here goes this man's son who got his inheritance early, and he went off and did all he was big and bad enough to do. He was in a faraway land, and then all of a sudden the money was gone, the friends were gone, and he came to himself. He said, I need to go home. And when he came home, his dad could have been like, well, don't come in here. Where you been? We ain't heard nothing from you. No, what he said was, I'm glad my son is home. We're going to kill a fatted calf. We're going to go to Popeyes. We're going to get us some chicken. We're going to turn up the music. We're going to do the bus stop. I am happy because the son that I thought was dead is alive. And so for me, for our city, that's the mindset that we need to have. I don't know what you did. I don't care what you did. The fact was that what you did not kill you. So therefore, you must still have purpose. And so we're going to welcome you home. And so we have a Welcome Home Conference. And so for people who are justice involved, justice impacted, and our goal here is to welcome them home. And say, here we have a village around you of people who care and people who want you to be successful. And you're going to get these resources. So, there are places that will help you get a driver's license or an ID card. There are places that will help you get clothes. There are people who will help you get housing. There are employers out there that are looking for people to work. There are people out there who will help you reconnect with your family. There are houses of faith out there to say, you know what, we're not going to judge you. We just want to come and love on you. And so this Welcome Home Conference, it was very well attended. I thank Ms. Wheeler and Ms. Bryant, Dr. Bryant, and thank all of our, hey, Ms. Pelote, thank all of our partners that came out. A lot to name, but the reality is that if we had gotten caught for some of the stuff we did, if we had got caught for some of the stuff we did, and some of y'all know, if you were really, really honest with yourself, that some of you all did some arrestable offenses when you were coming up, but you didn't get caught. You didn't get caught. So how dare we look down our nose at other people? And as I said before, some of the best lives ever have gone through a jail cell. And so you don't go through a test without having a testimony. And so these folks are coming back older and wiser than they've been before. They've come back with a mission and a purpose. And you know what? Everybody won't, there might be a few that might end up going back, but we have a responsibility to do all we can to make people feel good about themselves, feel good about their future, and be excited about getting out there and being engaged in their future. And so we call it a Welcome Home Conference. It was very well attended, and I thank all of our partners for coming out. That's what a loving and a caring city does. Good to see the legend, Tyrone Brown, Hollywood Brown on himself. Pastor Thurman Tillman has been working in that space for years and working with people re-entering community. So, of course, Pastor Tillman was there. Pastor Roberson has been working years for people re-entering society. And I'm challenging our houses of faith, because I see Dr. Young, he's on here too. These are some of the people in our community, the ministers and clergy in our community that are working that charge that they're supposed to be. I'm sorry, but you're not supposed to just have folks that have done good all their life sitting in church. A church or a mosque or a synagogue is not supposed to be a hospice for people that have that you've given up on and you're just trying to make comfortable. The church is supposed to be, or a mosque or synagogue is supposed to be a hospital for people to get well and do better. And so that is what we're supposed to be about. Good to see Dr. Bay on. Have not seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. And so I'm glad for these great men, Pastor Tillman and Pastor Roberson, Dr. Young, and their houses of faith, because they're doing the work. They do the work. And we need more. And for those of you that go to your houses of faith, what I need you to do is I need you to ask your minister or your pastor or your imam or your rabbi, what are we doing for those in jails and prisons? And then we need that help, because the fact of the matter is, it may not be you, but it could be your child. And the fact is, it is somebody's child, it's somebody's parent. Good to see Bishop Ronald Anderson on as well. Good to see Mary Arby on. Those are the types of things that we should be engaged in. And so the city is a convener of that, and we're going to continue to work toward that. We're going to continue to try to help build strong communities. So, we're engaged. We're locked in. So, anyway, y'all got me enough of. And next week is Small Business Week. So the Small Business Conference is on Tuesday. And I'm excited about that because we want small businesses to win. Man, look, I told you, we're busy. We are busy. We want small businesses to win. And so we are looking for ways to engage small businesses and get them to be successful. And so small businesses, entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, this is a way to get the information you need. So again, we have been busy, and we're having our meetings for the Civic Center. And again, want to know what you think. We want to make sure you know the whole story of the Savannah Civic Center, which has been around since the 1970s. We're going to make a decision. By the end of May, we're going to make a decision on the Civic Center, and we are going to move on this decision. Again, we're not going to be paralyzed by our analysis no more. And so we are moving. This council is moving. We've had a great meeting with council, and we're moving forward. And it's move, it's lead, follow, get out the way. And so we're looking forward to being able to do that. So I think that was all I had. So any questions or anything? Any questions? Let me see what's going on right quick. Somebody calling me. Y'all hold on. Hey. No, what time? I got an 8 o'clock flight. But thank you for thinking about me. All right. Bye. Sorry. China wants to know, did you miss the Cloverdale Food Truck Festival? I do not know. I don't know, because if you missed it, I missed it too. Hey, Neat, I'm coming back. I am coming back. I know I missed you. I'm sorry. Secretary Buttigieg got me off of my schedule, so that's why I apologize. But you will see me. Just look forward to it. You will see me. So anything else anybody wants to know as we wrap up this edition, the 214th edition of Friday Night Live. I know 204. Terry Lynn. Wow. Hey, Terry Lynn. Hope you're doing well. Anything else? Sister Luana Tillman joined us. We know Golden State is not in the basketball season, so how is the ATL? It's good. I'm just running. I mean, you know, I'm going hard. So, but anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate you all. Thank you for your thoughts and your prayers. Always looking out for me. As always, we hope that you have an excellent week, and we thank you for always being Savannah Strong. Y'all have a good night, all right? Good night.